Vesper is being banned out while the VMP then gets protected. And, you know, the Vesper goes out, you want to make sure you have some fallback there.
Yeah, pretty standard, and there you go, some tacticals already being taken out. There goes the concussion, so I think that was a ban from Orbit's side. So already, you know, they're throwing something out. And stuns are very useful in all situations. So when you take out the stun, you're really left with the flashbang.
Yeah, that's true.
Not really sure how much you can read into this, but we did note it when Apotheon was playing that Apotheon was taking their time to make their decision on what was going on, and it does seem that right now Orbit is just kind of auto-locking their decision straight away, and OpTic, they're taking their time, they're discussing what's going on, and there you see they're getting rid of the Semtex, a little bit of a variation from what we've seen before. So again, OpTic taking their time to, well, until that happens, Scump just outrise, get rid of the frags, but there you go. That's clearly what they were talking about right there. They're, all right, we're going to play a game, we're going to get rid of the nades. They got rid of Semtex. Immediately, frag goes out the window. They didn't allow Orbit to do anything with, you know, banning Flak Jacket as well, or anything weird, making their decisions on the fly. What
I also love about that is, as soon as those lethals got thrown out the window, we have Orbit saying, well, let's take out kinetic armor, because without the lethals, it's going to be hard as soon as you get that specialist to gun you down. So they get that kinetic armor out of the way. It's just going to be a fair fight from there on. Just a little bit difference in what weapons you might have, especially with the specialist weapons coming in.
I think overall that ban and protect favors OpTic. You know, you don't have any nades to throw them off. You don't have any stuns to slow OpTic down. It's really going to come down to a lot of gunfights here, is what I'm thinking. And when it comes down to gun skill versus gun skill, you just can't bet against OpTic gaming.
Yeah, I think the one thing we expected Orbit to potentially be able to do was kind of throw off the meta in their favor in any way. And again, as you said, you think OpTic, OpTic was able to come out on top of that. They got rid of 2 of the frag grenades, the frag and the Semtex, excuse me, but they're the ones that are kind of setting the way that this game is going to be played, and they're doing that before it even starts. Like,
yeah, it was a little weird to see Orbit kind of leading that by saying, let's get out the tacticals. And it's like, all right, you want to even out the gunfights even more? I mean, I don't know if that's really the game you want to play against OpTic, but hey, that's what they chose. I'm sure they had a plan there. We'll just have to wait and find out how they execute it. Now they're going through their classes. They're making sure everything's set up, anything they might have to adjust from those bans and protects. And also, again, maybe working around certain specialists here in this hardpoint matchup.
You know, no nades, really no tacticals. What's the point of even running trophies? Yeah. Take trophies out of the equation, you could run an extra attachment on your gun. I'm even looking at the specialists. I don't see any War Machine. Mainly a lot of guns. I do see an overdrive from Pac-Man. Now, I don't really like that in hardpoint specifically, because you talk about moving as a team. When you activate that overdrive, maybe if you use it if you're like late on rotation or something, but you move at such a faster pace than your team, it's almost like, well, what's the point of that? You want to move together as a team, especially when it comes to breaking down hardpoints, controlling hardpoints. You don't want one guy just playing way further ahead of the team. It just throws off the team dynamic.
Yeah, and something we even saw in the first match, when the most important specialist, the Purifier, was putting in work, but the War Machine as well. So one of the things we learned, if there's no Flag Jacket on the map, feel free to use the War Machine. Of course, that's not going to be the case this time, but is there a point to even using Flag Jacket if there's no frags and no Semtexes? So maybe the War Machine would have been a nice thing to do for Orbit to take upon themselves, because they're going to go into the game expecting, hey, we know that the nades aren't going to be used, they're not going to run Flag, so we could try and work something out with this, but of course, that's not going to be the case. More or less standard stuff the whole way through.
All right, looks like the players are all getting ready. They're getting into the game. It is going to be that hardpoint to kick things off between Orbit and OpTic. Can Orbit get a little bit of a good start against OpTic, or are they is OpTic just going to cruise through as most people expect? Ladies and gentlemen, bringing you this match, it is going to be none other than your Call of Duty World League commentators, Maven and Mr. X.
Thank you, Chobra. I am excited. Matt, how you doing, buddy? I love him.
He's excellent.
He's become one of my very, very best friends.
You looked for an apartment with him, couldn't find one. He was able to find one pretty easily. But I think we have a great match. OpTic Gaming obviously going up against Orbit. We see Pac-Man and Wheats, and we've been see them team together forever. Get to see Lawless play again. Lawless, I haven't seen him play in a while, and Accuracy had a pretty good year last year with Aware, but OpTic Gaming, definitely the favorites going into this one, Maeve.
All right, well, let's kick things off with Crim 6. Now, what do you think is going to be their best path of attack here for the first hardpoint, Matt?
They're just going to try and flood in, obviously, get Crim in AR position, try and lock down that back area, but he's going to get taken out right off the rip, and you're going to see Karma with an AR and Crim, so it looks like that's what they're going to go with. We can go on with Formal and see. He's going to have a Shiva middle map, so it looks like Scump going to be the only SMG for OpTic Gaming here at the start. And nope, we saw that kinetic armor get banned right away, and that is one that Scump is very good with. So little bit of a counterplay right there from Orbit as they jump out to a pretty early lead.
Yeah, we're sticking with Formal for a second there as he was on a 5 streak. Let's get a little love to the side of OrbitGG here for just a moment as we are going to take a look into things. Wheat's going to be able to pick up one. He's going to be able to take out Wheats. He's 2-3 right now. Let's see if he can get a streak going. But just a little bit of an early lead set up here as Wheat's going to be able to pick up yet another one as he's going to transition over. You see a few players already set up in the back here, going to be ready in this anchor position for this next hard point.
Yeah, you're going to see Lawless try and flood in from the back. 2 players directly in front of him. He's going to try and slide in. We see so many players try and slide into those hard points, get an advantage, not able to work for him there.
Now, what is the best way to break this hard point? If you've got a pretty good setup here, like OpTic Gaming, especially when you had, I think that was Karma that came around the backside as he was going to get set up. What do you think is the best way overall to try and break here?
You know, I think the best way, you got to push that anchor all the way in the back, get control of that, control the spawns, and then flood in. It's a lot like Black Ops 2 Hardpoint, where you had to get control of that anchor first and then push into the hills. So not really going to be able to fly in and flood at them.
Formal almost able to turn and crush one close range with the hip fire from the M8, not able to pick up that kill. On with Wheats yet again, he's going to drop. Let's check out accuracy for a bit. He is going to be leading his team with time in the hardpoint right now. He's able to pick up a couple kills with the rifle as well as he's set up for any players trying to transition out here. About 10 seconds left on the clock right now, and we've got a pretty early and dominating lead coming in right now for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, they're on fire right now. The teams at the top, they're just flipped backwards. We'll get that fixed for you guys, but OpTic Gaming in the lead. Formal getting off to a nice start, and he had the game a little bit later, Maven. Didn't play too well at the beginning. There's a lot of
it was about, I think
hate on Formal at the beginning of the game, I would say.
5 days or so after everybody struggled a bit at Totino's and in early scrims, but I think he's ready to go. Now he's going to find one wall running to his left, going to pick that up with the headshot, able to take out Wheats. Good intuition here, gets the call out. Somebody's flanking, should be an easy second kill as he's going to one burst. Pac-Man there trying to push up back steps. Sorry, accuracy trying to push up back steps.
And coming into this game, I expected them to have Formal run an SMG a little bit more, and I've seen it watching some of their scrims, but nope, going back to that AR roll. It's what he feels most comfortable with.
To be honest, when you can have that L-car in your back pocket, Matt, and with the dominance,
yeah, you're pretty good with it.
With the dominance of the M8 right now, you can get away with it, almost play like a sub roll, because you can get up and close and personal there. And you see Formal getting back to his power position. There's 2. Tries to grab the 3rd with the L-car, not able to pick it up, but he is out to a 14-6 start. And what a dominating beginning we have to this game here.
Yeah, he's double positive. You see Scump doing a nice job. He's become a little bit of that OBJ player throughout the gaming in a way. A minute 29 in the hill, only 6-6, not many kills on the map. It's OpTic Gaming up by more than 100 now. Really putting the hurt on Orbit here early.
Yeah, we're working to get that team switched at the top for you. Sorry about the issue right now, but it is going to be a big lead right now for OpTic. We do have eyes on again with Formal. He's going to toss a trophy, and he's got his scythe rearing and ready to go if he decides to use that. Look like he's going to push for the back spawn here. Able to pick up accuracy. One more player rotating over, not able to pick up. That's going to be Wheats there with the headshot. I'm going to switch over to Pac-Man for a bit. One of the more veteran players. We'll stick with him back through the respawn here, but he's going to be 5-10, struggling a bit. No one really getting it done objectively because they're just getting smashed right now.
Well, he can't get anywhere near the hill.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not picking up any kills getting near the hill. You see the overdrive going to come in for Pac-Man. Tempest shots coming in cross map. Scump not able to connect with any of those. Maybe the overdrive with Pac-Man, so he's able to get on rotation a little bit earlier. You saw Revan talk about before the match how this is a map that you want to rotate early on. Maybe that's the idea for Pac-Man, but you see the scythe coming in from Formal. He's going to be very careful with that. Doesn't want to drop. Pushes one. Picks up accuracy in the front and then going to go up top. I like how he's just not running into the hill with this and wasting it, playing around the hill. The opposing team of Orbit knows he still has it, knows it's coming, has to play a lot more passive as going into the hill.
Yeah, you know, with this particular specialist, it's got a little bit of a startup time. It's not one that you're going to fly into and break hills, but he is going to catch Wheats there. That's going to drop.
Wheats trying to go in the Sparrow right there. That is not the ideal spot to pull the trigger on that bow.
Yeah, that's going to be a tricky break. Not able to get off. You do see the HD card going to be in the back pocket here of Wheats. We'll see if maybe he's going to be able to use that to break a hard point, but right now they're just getting absolutely demolished.
Yeah, and Karma, 19-14. Haven't talked a lot about him, but been watching his streams a lot lately, and he seems to be back.
Yeah,
I mean, he went through a little bit of a rough patch towards the end of Advanced Warfare. I think he'd even admit that. Krim on the pregame show yesterday was saying Advanced Warfare was definitely not his best game. Definitely not Ghost Krim in Advanced Warfare. But no, I think Karma is primed for a big year this year. I think Scump takes on more of a little bit that OBJ role. Going to see some big slaying games out of Karma.
All right, well, here he comes in with the hipfire from the VMP, able to snag one before he drops. We'll rotate over to Karma. He's going to catch the sight from accuracy. Let's get on with him. He's already picked up two, trying to lock it down. You see the shots coming in. He's got a good angle here. There's one more. Two more coming up top. Able to shred him as well. He's close to full streaks. Just need 100 more points here to get his service.
It's such a smart play as well. I mean, he sat in the corner. You talk about how long it takes to sight the charge up. He's going to have full streaks, get that Cerberus. Wondering when he's going to call it in, but sat in the corner with the sight, charged it up, didn't push around when the hard point was contested. A lot of players would have jumped around, flown around the corner, challenged that. Accuracy doesn't barely stays on the mat, and he's able to pick up Karma as he's pushing towards the back on the anchor. Currently on an 8 streak. Calls that Cerberus almost right on top of Krim, but that should be able to cause some chaos around the back.
Oh, absolutely, and that's kind of the anchor position. You want to hold this back spawn as best you can for this particular hard point, so that's certainly going to be disrupting things, but Krim able to grab one before he is going to drop. I'm going to switch back to Formal. He was the hot hand early, 21 and 14 right now. He saw that.
Go the other way.
Get out of dodge. Don't feel like battling Mr. Robot. I'm ducking out, but he is able to get in behind one coming through the mid-cut.
By the way, yeah. But he's going to get tagged up from behind. It's going to be Wheats pushing into the hard point or Orbit. He's going to get cut down by the hands of Karma in the hill with the L-Car. Pac-Man working with that Wally all the way around the back. Only 25 seconds left on this hill. They almost have to contest it with the score. You see Maven. Pac-Man
nice movement there.
Nice try with the L-Car. Sets up a teammate though. Lawless able to come in, clean some players up. It's going to be Orbit with control of the hill this last 15 seconds. You see the rotations coming in on the minimap. They need to get control of this next hill.
All right, now let's get eyes on with some of the players getting set up in the back here. And this is where we saw Formal start to go off, really, when he got to top broke and is able to completely lock down bottom mid as players are starting to try and come across here. And that was Pac-Man. You know, we talked about the fact he had that HC car in his back pocket. He's able to now pick up two. Now he's going to need to win some key gunfights, but he's going to be taken out up top. That's going to be what Wheats should be set up now.
OpTic doesn't get on the hill in the first 10 seconds. You saw in the rotation, 3 kills come in favor for OpTic Gaming in the kill feed. And the double kill with the RC car out of Pac-Man was able to open it up. Left Formal, the only one alive. Wheats jumps up top, challenges them, and now Orbit in control of the hill, and they were starting to make a little bit of a comeback, Maven.
Well, yeah, I thought they were getting a 100-point club, but they've done a great job coming back in it, and a lot of that was based off of what we saw coming out of the team. Coming out of accuracy as he really went on streaks, able to get those fully loaded here. Now you'll see he has the Hellstorm in his back pocket, hasn't been able to use that yet. 4 kills coming in, all dead there for OpTic as they've got control of top middle here, trying to fly in top broken. Can they pick off that player? That is Formal set up yet again in his favorite power position on this map.
Yeah, and you see OpTic using a lot of EMPs. Accuracy gonna lose that minimap for a little bit. He's got the Hellstorm in his back pocket, jumps in with the L-Car, able to pick up one, and I like how he's going to push out of the hill, knew exactly where Formal was playing. Accuracy having a pretty good first game, 21 and 24 at this moment in time. A minute and 17 in the hill for him with the AR, doing a nice job.
All right, shots coming in here with the VMP from Pac-Man, not able to pick it up. Only 26 seconds needed here for OpTic Gaming to take map number 1. But like you said, it has been them roaring back. That was Lawless with the 2-piece. Let's go with him. He's got the Purifier inside. Can he get it done? Trying to turn and burn, literally, but not able to pick up the kill.
Well, the literal turn and burn, just not able to pick up that kill with the Purifier. You see Accuracy looking towards a teammate, turns, annihilates Karma there with the L-Car, and now they're going to start to push out. Still 15 seconds left on this hill, but we have a very close game here, Maven. This one's going to come right down to the wire, I feel.
Yeah, and this is all going to be up to the next rotation. There's one player that kind of spawned in the middle of this back. That might be Krim. No point in challenging now as there's not much time on the clock. They're going to focus here on the next hard point. You see him using the movement there, trying to get around the map as he's going to be able to bust in here. He's got Formal watching the front door. He's going to be responsible to watching those steps here, and it's just going to be about winning these 1v1 gunfights. You need 10 points to take it, but there they come. They're going to pinch on Krim. He's going to get taken out. Formal's going to be left at the hard point. He gets one, not able to get the second. Scump trying to come from the front as well to pick it up, but that is a break by Orbit. Can they hold it? Scump with the 2-piece.
And here's where it hurts, where Scump doesn't have that kinetic armor. Usually probably would have popped it right there when he had his specialist ability, pushed right into the hill. Has the Tempest, though, as it got banned in the ban and protect phase and has to go around the back. You're going to see Krim try and fly in. He's going to pick up one, not able to finish off Wheats. Wheats on his way, working towards streaks in the hill, not able to finish the second player. But You see Pac-Man still with that overdrive, a player towards the back. Formal's going to be able to pick up 2. Lawless in the kill feed with 1. The Hill's going to be in control throughout the game. They can win it here, Maven. It's going to be Orbit. Has to contest.
They're trying to fly in and disrupt. They've got it for
they
now.
Get the contest.
There it is.
And you're going to see OpTic Gaming win a close one there. Orbit with an amazing comeback. You know, just see Pac-Man over there at the desk. They are devastated, but that was an amazing comeback by Orbit. Just a little bit too
Unbelievable stuff. A bunch of topics here to discuss through game 1. The comeback was real, but let's toss it over to Chobert Analysis. Hear their thoughts on the desk.